Rod said this team doesn't take losing very well. Has that been a heightened difference in your past few years here?
Yeah, it's always been true for as long as I've been here, and every year that we've gotten better, it's kind of become more prominent around the team. It's just we have a lot of competitive individuals, and we all are here to win, and we want to win. So, losing sucks.
Just kind of walk us through what kind of ghosts you all had mentally after a loss. Just how do you handle it, I guess?
I can really only speak for myself and assume that most of my teammates are similar. I started looking at things I could have done better. I started looking at things that I should have done better, effort-wise, shots that I could have took better shots, or, passes I could have made cleaner, and then defensively where I could have been more in tune with my team, where I could have put in more effort, where I was missing coverages. And then after that, you start thinking about the next game, and you start thinking about how do you get better and how do you fix those things, and what do you need to figure out to correct yourself and help your teammates do better, and how can you help your teammates help you, and how can you just help your teammates?
Olivier, just what's the mindset of this team after having lost 3 or 4, whereas 3 weeks ago you're sitting number 2 in the country, talking about a 1 seed. Is it still the same inside the locker room mentally, you think?
It's tough to have the same exact mindset when you're in a I guess what you would call a slump, maybe, who knows, but our goals in our mind is still in the same place, and we just have to figure out how to get in rhythm, how to put all our pieces together, because we've already shown that we can compete with anybody in the country, and we've already shown what we're capable of. The only thing we're missing right now is that consistency, that rhythm on both ends of the floor. And every team goes through their tough stretches, and we're going through ours, and I believe fully that we're going to figure it out.
And nobody's using it as an excuse, certainly not your head coach, but just in reality, how big is not having Julian and Josiah for 3 games?
It's rough. Other guys have to step up, but like you guys have seen, guys have stepped up. They've done a good job, and that's a big part of our team. But that's not really the main concern of us right now. Obviously we want those guys back, and they're going to be back. They're going to take care of their bodies, and they're going to be healthy, ready to play when it's time to play. But we got to find a way to win with what we have, and that's going to hold true all the way to the end of the year. We never know who's going to be available and who's not, and we got to be ready to play with the group of guys that we have.
What's it been like seeing Jemai kind of making the most of his opportunities the last 2 games with those 2 out?
It's been great. He's deserved it. He's been working hard all year. He's been defensively one of our main guys, one of our anchors, and he's been, going out there every night trying to give it his all, and he's earned a chance to show more and do more, and he's been doing that.
Rick Barnes says the word consistency about 3,000 times every press conference. What does consistency look like for you?
I'm still trying to figure that out, but easiest thing to say and easiest step to take is, practice consistently, practice hard. Preparation, preparation is what's going to lead to better results. And, as easy as just to say you should do this or you should do that, to be consistent, it's just something that everybody individually has to figure out for themselves. And as a team, once we have those individual pieces together, it's going to start working in like a machine. Each piece needs each other. But it's easy to say you need to do this or you need to do that to be consistent. Consistency is just effort, and it's hard work, and it's hard. There's no magical solution or any kind of thought process. You can't say, I'm gonna wake up at 9 and I'm gonna go to breakfast at 10 and I'm gonna take a nap at 12 and I'm gonna play at 5 and then I'm gonna be consistent. Like, that's just not how it works. You're gonna have to find that in yourself.
Jemai on Saturday talked about energy lacking in the first half at Kentucky. How do you guys take the energy and intensity you've had at home games and perform like that on the road?
We have to do a better job of understanding who we are as a team, and that our best games are played when we play with energy, and we need to stop underestimating people that we play. And maybe underestimating is being a little harsh, but sometimes I feel like we're missing a little bit of maturity of coming into games knowing that whoever we're going to play is most likely going to be the best version of themselves when we play them, night in, night out, and we have to approach it like that. And we have to do our best to be the best version of ourselves, which is a very energy-dependent team. Like, we play at our best when we have energy on defense and energy on offense. And when we don't have that, we look like we're a step slow. We look like we're stuck in mud. And a lot of teams are maybe like that, but I think it holds true more for us than a lot of people.
Who's the guy you look to kind of boost your guys' energy up when things are kind of down?
I think a lot of that, unfortunately, falls on Zakai, and it's tough. He's a young point guard, but he's the engine that runs our team. But I think a big part of us growing and getting past this phase is other guys stepping into that role and doing that too. Me revving it up on defense, how you guys have seen Shaq revving it up on defense. you know, as other guys step into that role, then Z's probably still going to always be the main one because he's the engine that runs our team. But other guys can, you know, make it easier for him, give him some energy. You know, we can't just be dependent on his energy and then him not be able to depend on us. So it has to be, you know, a two-way street.
Everybody good?
Thanks,
You were great.